There's been a lot of Scarlet and Violet 151 products popping up in stores recently, and that has a lot of people wondering, is this a reprint or just a restock of old product? Either way, with the amount of it hitting store shelves, we have to assume this is going to impact the market price. So today, let's review some of the top singles and sealed product for Scarlet and Violet 151. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about Scarlet and Violet 151, the English version. We know Japanese 151 got reprinted recently. We saw prices drop like crazy, but they've slowly been recovering. And now it's time to talk about English. Is there a reprint? It doesn't seem like anything is confirmed to answer your question right away. A lot of people have been saying this is more of a restock. A lot of distributors just were sitting on this product that was probably going to go to big box stores, but it's open to LGSs and whoever right now. We are seeing Costco up with a great deal on it. I've been seeing it restocked in people's videos, going to Targets, going to Walmarts. I haven't really seen too much here in Canada recently, but I also haven't really been fishing my Walmart restocks. But anyways, let's just dive into the sealed product. We'll go over some of the main products. We're not going to talk about collection boxes, and then we'll follow up with the top 5 singles. So first up, we have the 151 Elite Trainer Box. It has been steadily growing. It's backed off recently. I think that's just with a lot of the kind of concern about the reprint. You know, the Costco boxes kind of bring down the price of this. It's a pretty good deal. Seems like people are just buying the whole pallet of them. Whatever. It's going to happen if there's deals at Costco. Costco's kind of the store for that anyways. It's supposed to be there for deals on bulk products. But 65.25 USD or about 90 Canadian. It's up quite a bit higher than it was a year ago. You know, the ones I have in my collection I was getting for about $60. I don't think I ever really paid more than 65 for one, but most places I've seen them going for, you know, anywhere between like 80 and 110. I do think these are going to drop. I feel like a reprint's coming, but again, nothing's confirmed yet, right? It's not a confirmed reprint. It might just be, you know, a couple weeks of a lot of 151 out there and then nothing. With Black Friday coming up, with that new Crown Zenith box out there, I feel like there's going to be some sort of reprint. If they're reprinting a set for Black Friday or the holidays, I'd imagine they'd go with something like this. So good steady growth on the ETBs. I'm kind of debating whether or not I sell a couple of the ones I have in preparation to buy some more if they drop, but I don't know if I'm too confident in that yet. Next up, the Pokemon Center ETB. This is one I don't think is going to get reprinted. They don't tend to reprint them like a year later, especially with the new Scarlet and Violet ETBs. Like, not a lot of them have came out again. Usually they like dwindle. The special sets, it's a little different, but the main series sets, like, you can still get Twilight Masquerade. You can still pre-order Shrouded Fable. You can pre-order Stellar Crown. I feel like those ones aren't really going anywhere. If they do a Team Rocket one, it'll fly out of the site immediately. So if you want to get these, especially for sets you think are going to be popular, you need to be on top of it and get them quick. I have a case of these, 130 bucks. You know, it seems like steady growth. I feel like they will continue just steadily growing, but I don't see these hitting, you know, astronomical numbers ever. The PC ETBs just don't really seem to be too sought after. But yeah, the PC ETB going for 130 right now, or 180 Canadian. So pretty strong. I think this is actually the second strongest Pokemon Center ETB behind Evolving Skies. Next up, booster bundles. I find booster bundles surprisingly are going for like quite a bit more than I would expect. Right now they're going for just under 50, like 49.75 USD. So let's say $50 or about 70 Canadian. So you're getting 6 packs. That's like, what, $12 a pack if you're looking at it in Canadian. Pretty ridiculous. I was picking these up for a good deal. I found them for $32. I opened a few of them. Wish I didn't, honestly. My pulls were terrible. One of them, I only pulled a Golem EX. Nothing special, you know. You got about $5 in value maybe from the cards out of a box that's $70 right now. Kind of crazy. I feel like these are something that would get reprinted as well. A booster bundle is just so easy to reprint. There's no extra items like dice and all that garbage you get with the ETBs. So this, you know, just steady growth. It's pretty much at an all-time high right now. I think it'll continue going. You know, this is a great one, I think, for future. Hold on to it. It's compact. You can store a lot of these. It's like the next best thing to a booster box, and I'm super glad they're doing these for holiday sets. I think we all are. It's a really easy way to just like pick up a few packs, not spend too much money, and not have all that extra junk. Like, no one wants 80 packs of ETB dice or like 20 of the same Pikachu promo card. So booster bundles, if it gets reprinted, they'll still go up. We also have the Ultra Premium Collection. This one was like massively printed. Everyone was like fire selling these at one point. Right now going for 120 USD or 165 Canadian. I remember seeing these for as low as like 110 Canadian. I honestly thought about picking up a few to keep sealed, but I feel like they'll be reprinted. The Charizard UPC was just everywhere. It was like unescapable, and I thought the same was going to happen to this, so I don't have any of these sealed. I would like a couple because I think it is a pretty strong product long term. You get a lot of 151 packs, you get some great promo cards, you get that deck box, some dice, coins, playmat, whatever. Nothing like super exciting, but it is a good chunk of packs. It'd be fun to open in 5 years, right? So if this gets reprinted, I want to pick one up. It's still not that expensive. Like realistically, 120 bucks, you get like 16 packs in here. Yeah, 16 151 packs. Pretty strong product. If it gets reprinted, it's going to destroy the price, but I think if there is a reprint on it, it's not going to be that much. It's not going to be like the Charizard UPC. I feel like they learned their lesson there. Hopefully they don't do it again, and I know they've got that, super premium Charizard figure box, and apparently there's another ultra premium collection coming out I think it's coming out on the same date as the final set of the year for us, sometime in November. We'll have to wait and see. There's no real news on it other than there is a UPC coming. So getting into the top singles, we got Alakazam. Right now, it's going for $33.59, so between $33-$34. It's been on the uptick. A lot of these singles have been. It's dipped down recently, but overall it's like quite a bit up from its all-time low. Its low came in March at like $26, which I thought was like incredibly undervalued for this card. This could dip again, but right now I think it's still a pretty good price. Like, I don't think it's going to go up too much more. Honestly, I'm surprised like Charmander or Pikachu aren't worth more than it. I think it's a really cool card and one of the best in the set. I love that it has an SIR and it's not just like Charizard, Blastoise, Venusaur, whatever, Mewtwo, Pikachu. Sweet having Alakazam there. Great card. $33.59. Pretty solid. I feel like, it could go up, it could go down, but I don't think it's really going to move around too much. From there, you got the Zapdos, which is going for $37.98. So we'll say $38 right now. It's up like quite a bit from its low. It dipped down to like $31, so it's up $7 from its low. Not a ton. It's never really been going for too much, like more than like 45 on release. I think this is honestly my favorite card from the set. I pulled it really early on, which is kind of why I didn't open too much. I have the Zapdos, I have the Venusaur, and I think that's it for SIRs from this set. But this card, honestly, I think this card deserves more value, and I think down the line it's going to have a bit more. It's nice that it features all three birds, even though it is just Zapdos. It's a great artwork. It looks great in person. Looks like it's going to stay steady for a while, but I feel like long term this one has potential. If you don't have it yet, I'd keep an eye on it and pick it up. Definitely if there's a reprint, pick it up because I think it'll dip down quite a bit. But either way, great card. Next up, Venusaur. This one has not really dipped too much ever. It's kind of stayed relatively steady, like around $40, which is what it's at right now. It's had highs of like 45, lows of like 35, so not too much growth. Pretty cool card. Not my favorite. It's nice. It looks great in person, but I think the Blastoise and Charizard are better, which is, I'm sure most people's opinion, which is why they're higher on the list, and Venusaur sitting at 3. So next up, Blastoise, kind of similar. It had a pretty good high of like $56, but it's been like relatively steady between like $40 and $50 right now, $46.50. Pretty solid. Great artwork. I like this the most out of the trio, the OGs, right? Charizard's cool, but this Blastoise artwork like really throws back to the Dark Blastoise. Really want it. Would love to pull it. And honestly, if it dips down anymore, I'm probably going to try to pick this one up. I think at this price, for me at this price, it's not really worth it, but I will keep an eye on it. If it dips, definitely going to scoop it up. And next up is the big Charizard, $120. This one's been like pretty steady, but it did dip for a little while there. It got as low as $100, so it's up 20 from its low. It's also dipped down about $5 from recent times, so it's not at like its all-time high or even its recent high right now, but I think it'll correct. It'll keep on going. This card is kind of one of the more iconic cards from this set. Everyone wants it, it seems. Even like myself, I wasn't really a big fan of it when it first came out, but it's grown on me a lot. It's kind of got a nice, like almost like layered papercraft kind of style. It's like nice shading. It's very subtle. Charizard's tiny in it, which I wish Charizard was a bit bigger, but it tells a great story with the trio. If you have this card, you got to get the Charmeleon and Charmander, of course. Like they go great together. But yeah, pretty steady. $119. It's gone for, up to like $134, $140. I've seen them going like for a pretty penny here in Canada. But Charizard, yeah, you know, a lot of these cards, a lot of these products have seen steady growth over the last, 3 months or so. I think there is a little bit of fear right now of a reprint, and some people are going to be looking to sell their product. I know I am. Singles and sealed product for 151. Like I've said it before, I didn't really start with 151. I started with Pokemon Crystal. I watched the anime and all that before playing the game. So I respect the OG, but to me, it's like there's a lot of the OGs. I wouldn't say my favorite Pokemon is Charizard or anything like that. I like Gen 3 a lot, Gen 2, Gen 1, Tyranitar, Dragonite, Rayquaza, Groudon, Totodile, like those are some of my favorites. And if Dragonite had a special illustration rare in this set, I think I'd be way more stoked on it and I'd be like loving it even more. It's a great set, no real complaints here. It's an amazing set. Dragonair has the illustration rare, which is something, one of my favorites in that line gets some representation here, which is great. But to me, I'm not like super nostalgic, like connected to this set like most people seem to be. I'd be open to selling some of my product now, making a little bit of a gain. I'd probably hang on to some of it, but maybe sell half of it, hope that there's a reprint, and invest that money right back into it, because I'm sure we all know this set is a no-brainer long term. It's gonna go up. I doubt we'll ever see, ETBs as cheap as they are for Paldean Fates or Obsidian Flames or anything like that. With the ETB at $65 right now, like it's never really gone down too much. It'll never be like a $35 ETB. If it gets reprinted, maybe it'll drop like $10. I doubt it would go much more than that. I don't really see this going for under 50 unless it's like a massive dump that is like consistent over like a 3-month period where it's like we can't escape it. But even then, I think, the scalpers, the flippers will be mass buying it when they can, holding on to it and driving the price up. People have done it before. People are smart. 151 is like a walking billboard saying, buy me. It's gonna make you money. If you're looking into it as an investment, it's great. If you're looking into it as a collector, it's great. Opening it, I feel like the pull rates, if they were a little better, I'd enjoy it more because it's not as much fun to open. But at the same time, because they're difficult to pull, when you hit an SIR, it's a little more exciting than hitting one from like Paldean Fates or definitely like Scarlet and Violet base set, right? All in all, I think 151 is an amazing set. Keep your eyes on it. The price is going to fluctuate a lot, I think, over the next few months up until the next year going through Christmas. We'll make a video coming back here maybe at the 1-year anniversary of 151, which is actually coming up pretty soon. So yeah, make sure you're subscribed. Check back if you want to see more information on this set. I'll cover it in the future. Of course, if there's a reprint, I'll be talking about it. I want to see how this is going to affect the market going forward. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know in the comments below your thoughts on 151. Do you have a lot invested in this? Are you looking to sell your product? Are you kind of just waiting, hoping for a reprint so you can pick up more of it? I'd love to hear it. I'd love to talk to you about it down below. But anyways, that's going to be it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video and we'll see you in the next one. All right. Peace.